did I do last time? Oh, right.
Ouch. You need that blue thing.
Yeah, that would help. Bad idea.
I just got done playing Link Between Worlds yesterday, so it's funny to compare it.
Might as well do this one.
It's gonna suck without half magic.
Yep. No! Damn it. Oh, cool.
Big chest hike.
Oh, that's nice.
Wow, shield. What was that?
What?
Who joined everyone?
I didn't notice anybody.
Yeah, I heard the Discord noise.
Okay, I'm here.
Oh, hi.
That good old Discord not working. First time I joined a call.
Nope. No. Stupid fairy.
I just had a really weird glitch in The Witcher, the Glitcher 3. My horse just was not working. It would not appear. I couldn't call it, and it would not appear.
That's just realism.
Horse canceling.
Yeah, I couldn't even whistle. Just the whole action of calling the horse is broken, and it was not where I left it either. So I had to save and then load the save I just saved, and then it worked. Doesn't make any sense.
When do games ever make sense?
I'm just glad that it, was not permanently broken. Not having a horse in that game would be a pain in the ass.
I imagine traveling on foot is very tedious.
I mean, it's not really it's not that bad because you can fast travel to a place you've already been to, but
Right.
I like to keep fast traveling to a minimum because when I start fast traveling around, I start getting really impatient in general, and
Yeah.
then I start enjoying the game I'm playing less. I really don't mind the travel between quests because it's kind of like a palate cleanser.
Yeah. Well,
You get to just enjoy the sights and the music.
yeah, I try to play more open world games like that, but
Well, a lot of them are just not enjoyable to travel around. Like, I don't find the Elder Scrolls games very enjoyable to travel around. But a lot of the quests in, like, Oblivion, for example, have you, like, zigzagging between the same two places over and over. I don't understand the quest design of that game. It'll be like, go to this town, this guy has a quest for you. You go there, and then he's like, oh, someone in this place needs help. You have to go all the way over to that town.
That sounds very
Why
much
couldn't
like
you-
WoW to me.
Like, why couldn't you have the quest giver and, the location of the quest be in the same area? Like, that's what The Witcher 3 does, and it works really well, because you go to a little village, and they're like, we have a local problem, and you're like, okay. Not, hey, someone halfway across the continent has a problem, go over there.
Are you trying to fly?
well,
I'm amazed how far you're getting on that ledge.
I can't clear it though.
I love that someone did all those sprites for the Moogle falling, it's so cute. Yeah. It's great.
Oh, I don't have the fire rod.
Ouch.
Well,
You have a lot of hearts.
yep.
I mean, not right now, but
I think this has the worst Golden Masters of any game because the perspective's a little weird and they can hit you when they seem like they shouldn't.
Yeah.
They kind of hit the area above them too.
Alright, that's all I can do here, and
Hey, it's the Master Sword. Go pick up the Master Sword.
I thought for a second that was the fire rod. It was kind of weird.
Can you get an item from those bogus things?
I don't think so. They're just like
It's actually
pickup
good.
boxes.
It's actually good that you can't, because that would be a pain in the ass.
I learned something new about Link Between Worlds when I was watching a speedrun, but a guy went into that baseball minigame and he was using the sand rod as his bat, so I think you can actually use the different rods if you're like, I don't know, if you have them equipped maybe.
That's cool. I never really experimented with that.
I'm pretty sure this is the one I need for this dungeon. Yep.
That game has a hero mode of some sort, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's basically 4 times damage.
Oh boy.
That seems like a more reasonable version of the game. It's like the default version was very easy.
Yeah, I mean, if you get the armor, definitely. If on even on default,
I only played it once, but I didn't give myself any challenges because I didn't know what was in the game. You know?
yeah,
So I just got everything I could.
if you max out, definitely it becomes like that's definitely easier than Link to the Past, for example.
I mean,
But, like,
shot. Damn it.
it can be pretty difficult if you don't get any of the armor.
Yeah, I kept track of my death counts to see like how difficult the games were in comparison. I mean, it's not a perfect test, but like
Yeah.
Link to the Past, I had 50 deaths, and I think Link Between Worlds, I had 1. So it's kind of like, I think part of that though is that Link to the Past movement is not so refined, you know.
Yeah.
You can't exactly slash in the direction you want. You have to compensate for limitations. But Link Between Worlds, you're just like, slash in every direction.
The problem though with the hero mode is because well, you basically need the armors and like the blue mail and all that to survive. Because without it, if you're just in your green tunic, like a shield moblin will do 8 hearts of damage.
Ouch.
It's very punishing.
Damn. There was also this like weird Street Pass functionality that seemed undercooked.
Yeah, I've never noticed any effects of it yet.
I think the only time I tried it out was like it included like AI. The one that they package with the game that's like there no matter what. Because I don't think I ever got a Street Pass challenge through that game.
I'll see if there's anything in here now. Nope, still not letting me do anything.
Did you go in the crack wall?
Throw rupees to show love. How about it?
Hey, how about it? Link Between Worlds also gets really broken with the sequence break.
That game felt kind of destined to be sequence broke to hell, though.
Oh yeah, like it's basically like Metroid style with sequence breaking and stuff. But like in the beginning, like when everything's, you know, the first 10 minutes are supposed to be very like story tutorial kind of thing.
Right.
Things you
can skip
shouldn't.
that.
Yeah, you end up getting 2 Ravios in your house. It's really
That's awesome.
and then you kind of, if you skip so that you don't go to Hollow Castle when it's still, you know, good, and you only go there later when it's a dungeon, it exists in both states simultaneously.
Oh boy.
So you have like Impas walking around in there, and there's also like evil guards and monsters. Instead of getting a pendant from Zelda, there's like a red shield or a shield and spirit guard in her place that gives it to you. It's really weird.
Something else is loaded in her place.
Yeah.
Super Penguin Massacre.
I got no time for them. I think this is normally where you get the blue mail.
Yeah.
Hey, penguins. What a silly idea. Like, let's just make the floor really slippery and have these enemies that just like throw themselves at you. And the whole challenge is dealing with the movement.
Well, I can't
What?
do anything there.
Ah,
Yeah, it's slippery.
that's an interesting transformation for the Moogle.
And you have to be, you're on a slippery floor, and if you want to go into a door or downstairs, you have to be lined up really perfect.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
There's one really awful staircase.
I heard that Zelda 1 has a subtle alignment thing it does. Like, it will slowly align Link to the nearest grid position if you're
Makes
moving in a straight
sense.
line. I wonder if this game has anything like that. Probably not.
I don't think so.
It's supposed to be incredibly subtle in the first game, so I don't know how subtle we're talking. Like 1 pixel every screen or something?
Imagine if they suddenly went back to the Triforce being an upside-down pyramid. And like, there was a blue one and a red one, and that's it, there were just two.
The Duo Force?
Yeah, it would be a great choice. What the hell's going on here?
Nice.
Oh, this room.
It's actually amazing how many of those jellyfish enemies are in this game. They seem like they would be stuck to a themed area, but they're in pretty much every Dark World dungeon.
And
Yeah,
tower
feels like a
there.
water... Where's that place? The water pump area? Feels like that dungeon.
I don't think they even.
Either.
No, I know they do appear there. Never mind. Oh, god damn it.
Yeah, like they're even in Skullwood, so it's just strange.
I hate this room. Oh.
I remember seeing a version of this in a ROM hack that was just stupid. Just stupid.
Thank you.
They took this concept and they took it to its like logical extreme. They had the
Pixel-perfect
floor
walkway.
slippery and they had spikes. Yeah, it was pixel perfect garbage. You had to line up perfectly and avoid one of those swinging fire bars. Probably multiple, I don't remember.
Yeah, you need some OP magic cloak.
Yeah, a lot of the insane ROM hacks basically come down to race against the clock as your magic runs out while you're invincible.
Yeah, that's...
This room, I love this room. It's so dumb. It's just welcome to the Penguin Gauntlet.
That's why you use bombos.
It's so great. They're just like, ha, defeat us now. Oh crap! Can't you just like hide in the doorway and not get hurt?
Yeah.
It's perfect. Like that one too. I think you can just hide in the doorway.
Oops.
Nope. Bye bye.
I feel like
Nice
that thing
try.
does 4 hearts damage if it hits you. At least I think so.
Nice.
What?
Alright, stop, collaborate, and listen. Ice is back with my brand new invention. Okay.
I like that first part. It sounded like a motivational poster or something. It'd be pretty funny if, like, the Ice Temple was booby-trapped with, like, corporate propaganda.
You've entered the buy one, get one dungeon. Man, you're just getting ping-ponged into hell.
No, stop. Ah.
Like, if they had an item which stopped the sliding, that wouldn't be so bad.
The rubber boots.
Spiked boots.
Yeah, this dungeon sucks with fire. Well, there are a lot of chests in here. So.
Yeah, I think it's mainly just a big chest.
There's a fair amount of... Well, I'm trying to think which one's got teams.
Who thought this room was a good idea?
Me, Mana. The compass.
Somebody at Nintendo must love ice levels.
I saw a worst games of 2017 list, and one of the games I didn't even know came out. There was like a Double Dragon 4 that was released.
Oh yeah, I think I heard
And
about that.
Yeah, it used like the original sprite art, but it has like less moves and less like weapons, and it's just a lesser game than the classics it's emulating.
What?
It's like, how did you manage that one? Like you don't even have like cartridge limitations as your excuse. It's just laziness.
Alright.
Something is missing, the big key.
Well, that was stupid of me. Ah well, I'll come back later.
It's kind of annoying seeing games using pixel art as kind of an excuse for having no understanding of how to make something look good in 3D. Just throw some sprites together, it's fine. Sprites let you get away with less animation, too.
Everybody wants to be the next Shovel Knight.
Well, the thing is, Shovel Knight took a lot of extra steps in order to make its look more authentic. It's not just sprites for the hell of it.
Yeah.
They're definitely trying to do something there. It's not just like that's one thing I don't like about Stardew Valley. I feel like that game should not have been sprite-based. I don't think it fits what they were going for, but it's something that a lot of people do because it's cheaper and easier.
Yeah. Alright, I know what
I wish Stardew would use that chibi pre-rendered type look that Harvest Moon 64 had.
By the way, I'm pretty sure you still missed a chest in Dark Palace. There's a cracked wall that you went past. I don't actually know what's in there.
You need like a chest guide or something.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Especially when it comes to chests and diamonds.
Yeah. You know, I'm actually betting I'll get the golden sword before I even get the blue whale.
Oh no, it's the bomb-tossing gorillas. These enemy designs are so wacky. Like that thing. Sentient bag? What? What is it supposed to be?
In the Link to the Past manga, the Dark Palace is basically a big warehouse where all the monsters keep their bombs in storage.
Nice.
And he gets one of those bomb-throwing Cyclops to just like throw a bomb and destroy the whole thing.
Oh,
Amazing.
Yeah, and it's just this big like dark black pyramid. It's pretty cool looking. It just gets it. Also, Ganon's tower is the moon or something.
Right.
it's fine.
It's mostly an accurate model.
Jumping Pumpkin Man.
My favorite Mega Man boss. I had to say it.
I think they really limited themselves with that trend. Everything being Thing Man, and then they all have roughly the same like size.
Yeah, I guess that's why they went with the thing they did for X and Beyond.
Yeah.
They tried to change it up when they did like Mega Man 7 and 8 with some of the bigger bosses, but I don't know. It still gets old pretty quick.
It's like the naming gimmick for Digimon, kind of. You know.
And then you have
Do you really have to put Mon after everything? Like that, if everything has Mon at the end, then surely you could remove it from everything. Mog. 1-1. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I feel like after
in Mega Man X6, every boss is named after a Guns N' Roses member.
that. I think that's just in the North American version, though.
Yes, just
It's funny and
Because
also
somebody on the
weird.
localization team was...
they have less cool names in the Japanese version. Well, I've had my suspicions, because Mega Man X3, one of the tracks in the game sounds pretty much exactly like a Guns N' Roses song. It's weird.
Take me down to the Mega Man City.
Blue Mail!
Looks like I was wrong.
Ah,
Wow. This Swamp House is where you get it in Link Between Worlds.
Huh.
hopefully it's cat shaped, because otherwise you won't be able to wear it. You have to wrap it around you like a towel.
And you have to cut holes in the back for your
It actually
wings.
just changes the color of the Moogle's nose and palm.
Oh, I see.
I don't even see the palm.
It's like 1 pixel. That's why it's hard to know.
Oh yeah, it's blending in with the ground. That's why.
And I was like, okay, there's got to be something different with this Moogle to show the different armor upgrades, and there it is.
Should change the wing color too.
Oh, I think it changed the little thing on his head. I mean, it's blue now, so maybe it was different before.
Yeah, it was green before.
The source of its power comes from its pom pom.
Watch the hook shot be in here.
I like those switches. The way that they kind of like jiggle around when you start pushing them. Like something about that feels really chunky and mechanical.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
There's some actual weight to it.
Yep.
I love little touches like that.
Wait, do I have the big key? I do not. On my way.
Are those Tektites? Is that what those are?
I think they're called water tektites.
I never even really connected the two in my head. It's just I always just thought of them as little scooter bug things, but that's kind of what the Tektites are anyway.
Yeah. They were usually never water things. Although I guess in Ocarina, the blue ones are on water.
That's a weird place for that.
Huh?
You'll see in a few seconds.
Oh, the chest?
Well, no, not the chest, the item inside it.
Oh, the +5.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
I don't really need that many bombs, honestly. never really think about bombs until you accidentally run out.
Or when you need them.
Like, it's so rare that you need them now. That is a criticism I've seen of the Sheikah Slate powers. That sure they have combat purpose, but usually it's way too unwieldy to like rely on them.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean stasis is super broken.
Like, well, stasis is useful, but like things like magnesis in the middle of a fight, it's absolutely impossible to use that thing correctly.
Yeah.
Because you have to pick the thing up, then you have to pull it towards you, but you also have to move back from the enemy. But your thumb is already using one of two functions. You can't do two things at once with the same thumb.
Or you just throw that triple boomerang blade and just ram it in.
Yeah, that is definitely being creative with the engine. I think things like that are where the game shines, but I kind of wish that I kind of wish those runes had more immediate use, where like there was some kind of auto assist to help you in combat. Imagine if you could like yank a metallic item out of an enemy's hand with it.
Yeah, that would be pretty funny if you could just like take a Lionel sword and like equip it or throw it down.
I think there's potential for it to be really broken, but maybe that could be like the upgrade for it.
As it is now, its only real use is kind of a distraction if you're going for stealth.
Yeah.
It's funny to play with them both, but not useful. And the bombs are actually pretty weak, like in terms of their damage.
Yeah, they're not good enough to do anything with, really.
Although I had to fight a boss that way, and that was fun.
I feel like a lot of players early on, they take this really, I mean, it's understandable. They take this archaic approach to gaming where the weapons are expendable. Therefore, I don't want to use them. I don't want to waste them. But the bombs are infinite, so I'm going to use them on enemies. Yeah. And it's really not the way you're supposed to be playing it. It's not going to be fun that way.
Yeah, I had that little problem a little bit early on when I first got like a flame blade from side quest, and I had no idea if I would ever see one again in the game, or if it was like a special weapon or whatever. So I just didn't really want to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually don't really use bombs that much. At least I try not to.
Yeah, I mean they're only useful for like if you're being chased and you want to lose your pursuers.
Sometimes I would throw them at the skeleton guys because it really doesn't matter what you hit them with.
That's true. It does disassemble. And it's a good way to destroy the little rock monster guys. But
that was actually my strategy.
Oh yeah, I used it on them all the time. That was how I took care of those guys. I get their attention, and I just drop a bomb.
They might actually be the least threatening enemy in the game, honestly.
I love how they move. They're so weird. They just kind of jitter across the ground, like they're a clip animation.
There's that.
Do you need the
goody this dungeon holds?
Do you need the golden sword to break pots and skulls? Or I can't remember. There's a certain I don't know. I'm trying to think if like the basic master sword can do it. I really don't remember.
I thought that was only a thing in like Minish Cap.
I know there's a certain level in this, I think, where you can just break through them.
Huh.
At least
I remember Minish Cap, like there's a dude who like teaches you sword moves, and one of them is just you can slash pots.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, thanks.
It's so funny how many like senseis they threw in that game. think there's 8.
Why did I need somebody to teach me that I could just swing my sword, swing anything really at a pot and shatter it?
Well,
It's an ancient Hyrulean secret.
It's one simple trick.
go to a dungeon to go to another dungeon.
Hey, welcome to Coral. Time for you to go to Bruma and do this quest. Bye.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I still got a good amount of time out of Oblivion, though.
I really liked my time with it, but when you really think about the little things that it makes you do, the busy work, the way that the game encourages you to fast travel because it's just not an interesting travel experience, and also the level scaling is just busted. Like,
Yeah.
once you get to a certain point, it's like, okay, might as well start the game over. I think a big problem with that is that if you spend a lot of your time not fast traveling, you end up leveling up your acrobatics and your what's the other one? Sneak, maybe? I don't know. You end up leveling up things that don't actually help you in combat, and that makes you level up, and then that makes all the enemies get stronger and tankier, but you're not any stronger or tankier as a result. So maybe the best way to play those games is just, or that game specifically, is just never level up. Just don't sleep.
Yeah. That's...
Level 1, the whole game. Or maybe you only level up when you notice you're crushing things in like one hit. What do you think their next game will be? Like, will they do Skyrim 2 because the name is so good?
Probably not.
I haven't played those games much, but I remember right, there's a lot of hype between about all the unexplored continents that have names and some basic lore.
Yeah.
So
Well, the thing is, though,
wondering.
is it's as set in stone as it is. It's not really. Like, apparently, the area that was like Oblivion was supposed to be swampland, like jungle, but when they were making the game, they realized, well, jungle is really hard to do on the hardware. Like, that's a
Sure.
lot of
But for, like-
foliage, right? And
For like the title, though, that probably take it from those. I say this not really knowing anything about Elder Scrolls.
yeah, well, the other thing too is that at the time, Lord of the Rings was the movies were coming out and they were really popular, so they decided, hey, let's go for European, like, rolling hills and forests, just like Lord of the Rings. And it turned out to be really successful because that's just what people wanted out of a video game at the time.
I think it was pretty good timing going with the
Yeah,
Northern
definitely
Norse
following
game.
following the Lord of the Rings looking location was like super good for them. Which is why I don't know why Skyrim was so popular, because I don't think that location was even remotely interesting.
I think a lot of people like the mountainous northern kind of thing, because like I think like shows like Vikings and Game of Thrones like push that.
Well, was
Because-
Game of Thrones out then?
I think it came out at about the same time, or like, so it wasn't like intentional, I guess, for the game. But it may have just been.
I mean, they made a
Lucky
mountain
man.
climbing game with no mountain climbing mechanics. It's kind of like, I don't know. I feel like if I was in that board meeting, I'd be like, well, how do they climb the mountains? and then Todd Howard comes in, he says, oh, they spam jump. Okay.
That sounds like how I did climbing in World of Warcraft, to be honest.
Yeah, like, if you don't have a dedicated system for it, it's gonna suck. Like, people are gonna just jam their body against the mountain until they get over it.
Brilliant.
There was a mountainous area in Red Dead Redemption. That area just sucked. Like, there was only one way up in there because it was part of the story. But if you happened to explore there and you found it, you'd be like, oh, I want to go up there. But it's just a pain in the ass to get up there. That game had like a basic vault or like climb up. So you couldn't really do anything when, you know, when faced with a cliff.
Oh, right, this was.
I also hate how killing wall masters in this game doesn't really benefit you, because the time between the next respawn of one is the same no matter if you kill them.
They're kind of like Lakitu. It's just permanent annoyance. Yep, it's the Rumhag boss. Rinka's included. Ridiculous.
Ugh. And I'm out of magic too.
Well, it's doing more damage than I thought.
It's over for you, Mog. Slap. Face on the ground. Was it Ocarina of Time where fairies fully healed you?
Yes.
Yes.
Freaking bonkers.
Might be a couple games, actually.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Maybe Twilight Princess and Wind Waker also. I don't remember.
That's way too generous, I think.
Yeah, Ocarina is actually an extremely easy game. It's like,
Oh, it is.
it's gotta be among the easiest Zeldas.
I think that was a smart idea considering the challenges they had, you know, making that game even work.
Yeah,
I think it was a wise decision to not make Dark Souls the N64 experience.
like even Majora's Mask is at least feels a little easier.
Bye bye, freaking hand boys.
Yep. I'm gonna see what's in that chest down there if I can remember how to get there, and I do. And it's needlessly dangerous. Oh, lame.
I love how the challenge of that room is not being able to see something that Link should clearly be able to see.
Yep.
Because he just has selective blindness.
I mean, look at that giant shield he's holding in front of his eyes all the time.
It's true. It's like, oh no, I'm going under a bridge. I can't see anything. Is it so dark under there?
So, fun fact about Breath of the Wild: if you have a Guardian Shield Plus Plus, which is like the really big one, it has this circular eye hole in it, which matches up to eye level, and it's designed for like the hole in the ancient helm. Does that make sense? The way I said it.
Sorry?
Like if you're wearing the ancient helm and you hold the Guardian Shield Plus Plus up as if you're blocking, the eye hole in the helmet, because it has like one sort of weird eye design on it, and it lines up with the hole in the shield.
Huh.
Yeah, probably I should have just posted the picture instead.
Yes.
I was
That's
actually
neat.
just temporarily distracted by the chat because apparently I can only pay attention to one thing at a time. Multitasking is hard, man. Never been good at it.
Multitask harder.
Just never been good at it. So I've never been like a fan of idle games, you know, things you're supposed to play while doing something else, because like I just end up having to pay all my attention to the idle thing.
It can suck if you're playing an idle game where it's like there's consequences if you're not paying attention. One of the things I like about Cookie Clicker is just there's zero, like, you know, I'm thinking maybe you should be using the lantern to save your magic on these.
Oh, I need to use Fire Rod to get that last one that opens the door.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh.
It's a lot less damage on the boss, I guess.
It's a shame you only have one bottle, because I would have suggested
Well, I
getting a
have two,
80.
but-
Oh, well then go get a 80, and then also go get a magic potion. There you go. Money, you might as well.
No, I don't have enough money. Oh, that works.
There's 20 rupees. There you go. Go buy a yacht. Oh, I forgot that the bottles in this game, they're like all condensed into one panel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know, using your resources, you have so much stinking cash, you might as well.
Never.
I mean, what are you gonna use? What are you saving up for a cottage? You gonna buy a nice little place in Dark World?
Yes.
Pyramid?
Is Bolson in this game? Also, I believe Nintendo is the only video game company that can get away with exaggerated stereotypes.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised no one was upset about this.
They were having too much fun.
He just seemed like the kind of character you'd see in like a Tingle game.
Damn it.
Just obvious, weird gay man who blows kisses at you and
Alright. I'm out. Stupid dungeon.
yeah, man, go buy a potion.
You buy a potion.
I probably would.
It would suck if half magic was the reward for beating that boss.
I wish they would translate more lines in this. I'm getting a little annoyed checking new messages.
I just got a link to a mod that I will use in the future for Automata. There's got to be a mod for Revengeance that gets rid of the damn cursor in menus, right? There has to be.
Maybe, but I heard Revengeance is stupidly hard to mod in the first place.
Surely turn mouse cursor off at all times couldn't be too hard to mod in. Surely.
Well, that might not be too bad, but, you know...
It's just so dumb. Like, every time a menu, even if you move the cursor away, it defaults to the center of the screen. Right in your face.
I don't think I ever noticed that, to be honest.
Oh, I notice it every time. See, I'm a details-oriented kind of person when it comes to this stuff. It doesn't bother me that much, but, like, knowing that it could be possible to remove it, especially when you're playing on PC, you know, like, that's the home of customization. Like when I got that armor in The Witcher where it forced a hood on Geralt, and I was like, no! Immediately, I just saved, quit, and looked for something to fix that.
I found a solution in like 10 minutes. Actually, not even
Yes. Just opened a console. It was that easy. But I was thinking, like, back when I was working at Legend, there was a coworker there who was, like, crazy about Witcher. And he was like, just get it on PS4, man. Just get it. And I was like, no, I'm waiting for PC. Well, see, there you go. Freaking could not have solved my issue if I'd gotten it on PS4.
that. You know, I never did check this door.
Also, I doubt the PS4 has the screenshot mode. That thing seems like it's like
What?
super.
Okay. I'm not gonna question what just happened there, but thank you, Wallmaster.
Did the Wallmaster do good for once?
Yeah, safety from losing
What?
another heart.
What? How dare you fall in this pit? Get out of here. He's like a crane game. Even works because a Moogle is kind of like a stuffed animal. Fucking Yakuza up in here.
Oh yeah, that Legend of Korra game. I actually remember that.
That game looked like a problem. The problem being it didn't look good.
It's just super cheap, short.
Yeah, it looks
Lazy.
like
They've got a couple of those blemishes now. Like, they have that and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game that was garbage. It's like, man, Platinum, you're good. You're good, but sometimes now you're not good.
It sucks because it kind of looked promising before anybody knew it was a $15 game.
Get grabbed.
And visually, it looked pretty good. It looks like the show.
It's kind of funny because I'm pretty sure Activision published both of those.
Oh, that would explain a lot, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Actually, no, I wouldn't really. Who knows what that has to do with anything? If Activision had a say and Platinum had to like follow their directions and like that's where games can get screwed up pretty quickly.
Yep.
You show them a build, they're like, no, we don't want that. Well, what do you want? Well, we'll get back to you. Okay. That's not how this works. Some of the biggest game screw-ups of all time were caused by things like that, like Superman 64.
Yeah.
Just not clear instruction of what they wanted, and then they would hand in a build and be like, no, not that. Oh, maybe tell us what you don't want.
No, that would be too easy. Also, I like how you can kill a wall master while it's technically in the air.
Yeah. Height has no bearing in this game. Nothing makes sense.
It's like Doom, except
It's just an illusion.
God damn it. Okay, I am going to minimize Discord so I can stop seeing the new message pop-ups because it's getting on my nerves.
You can just mute it.
No, I mean,
just hit
hit
the bell.
No, like, because I have the window unfocused, so it's like there's 5 new messages or something. I'm like, nah.
I mean, we're not saying anything important. We're just memeing constantly.
Well, the thing is, that's kind of distracting me. And it's like,
There's a time and place.
I think you can disable. I'm sure you can disable it somewhere.
yeah, maybe, but I don't know why I keep grabbing those.
Yeah, I'm in like 8 different Discord channels, but most of them are like all mute. Do not contact me. Do not talk to me or my son ever again.
The only time I'll ever get notified is if this one specifically does an at to me. Which is great, because it makes me feel important. Except it's usually just at everyone. So.
I really like how inviting the whole Discord system is. Like, join the channel.
Yeah.
I've done that before to ask like technical questions of like speedrunners, just to figure out if there's a solution for an issue I was having. It's super easy because it's just there are people hanging out. Just ask them a question. You can leave.
Discords, for whatever reason, seem to be generally pretty well, which is nice.
Get away from the spikes, you asshole.
I wanted to get no-clip code working for Shadow Warrior on
Oh
PC.
no. Did you use the blue potion trying to get your magic back?
Nope.
Okay, good.
I was just gonna save it till I was low on health. But I didn't even need it.
Yeah, exploding moth.
I get a map.
Just a map layered above an explosion. So good. I told you, the potion would help you out.
Nah. But it didn't. It did, but it didn't.
The thought that you had a potion backing you up let you get away with it.
We're almost done with the dungeons.
Yep, that's the goal of this run too. I just need 4 more. Then I win. I am win.
Freaking old man just handing out healing. Infinite healing. I think I forgot how to smile. Did you talk to the tree this game?
Yeah.
Is it the same thing? Maybe that's just what the tree says all the time.
Yeah. Ooh, is there anything in here? I forget. No, there isn't. I'll check anyways. I have a feeling I'm gonna regret this. Yeah, I already checked this.
Yeah, the Transformers Platinum game looked like it was pretty decent. Although I'm not really into Transformers, so I don't think I'd get a whole lot out of it.
I'm just gonna temporarily mute general chat for now. Or chamber chat, whatever.
Mute.
So I like having Discord in the background of that as 10 rows. Let's see if I remember the order. Nope.
23 is number 1.
Nope. Okay, I got it now.
Was this really a thing? You gotta hit the damn pegs in the right order?
Yep.
Is there at least a sound cue?
Yeah, there is.
I don't remember having to do this nonsense. It's like freaking like a toddler's puzzle. Oh, you hit the pegs in the wrong order. Get out of here. Not good enough, Zelda.
At least if they had, like, a clue, so you didn't have to freaking re-enter the screen a bunch of times, but I don't think there is.
Think I'm into Fisher-Price toys, Zelda? Is that what this is all about?
It's Baby's first dungeon, which, now that I said that sentence, I wish I did.
Oh no.
It's freaking trial and error and there's no hints.
My favorite. Alright, this is Turtle Rock, I believe.
Mario 64 did the same thing. Like, ha, you're in a sunken ship, you're drowning. Pick the right chest, idiot.
Yeah, it sucks.
And if you pick the wrong chest, get electrocuted, idiot. Oh, thanks.
And it's like, you're underwater in
Also,
one of them,
your health and your
basically
breath are the
die.
same meter, so drown faster. You shall not pass.
Without the red key.
I love this item. I wish it had been used more.
At least it's got a dungeon dedicated. Get out of the way. Hey. No, no, get away, creepy skull. Oh man, wasn't here.
I was gonna say you could make a whole game out of like throwing blocks around, solving puzzles, but that actually exists and it's called Goof Troop.
Someone would play that.
It's no masterpiece, but it was fun.
I wonder who or what Samario is.
Ow.
It's that horrible Sonic and Mario bootleg game.
Does this tie into Ugandan Knuckles at all?
I hope not.
Oh no, chain chomps. I can't do anything here.
It's kind of interesting to me that Knuckles gets himself another meme, and it's like completely separate from the rest of his memes.
Yep. Well, right
It's
time.
not at all related to anything else. It's just insanity in VR chat.
Could have happened to anybody. But it happened to Knuckles.
Isn't this exciting?
I think
The
you can
number
push
8.
those blocks, right?
Oh, it's not the number 8. It's probably
Yeah.
the skull and crossbones, right?
Yep.
If you go back into Chain Chomp and you can push those blocks.
I can't believe they didn't see this as an oversight. You know, like it's what
Wait, is it really?
you're supposed to have like an intense like tennis match with the tiles as you smack them away from your body.
Nah.
But nah, just stand there. It's fine.
Stand there like a fool. And make a fool of the tiles. Oh god, this room.
I just realized my video was like 20 seconds behind percent. I was able to move the slider up to get more caught up for some reason.
Yeah, YouTube streaming for some reason it keeps like getting hung up for microseconds and then it adds up over time.
No, god damn it.
Oh no. You can turn at those little junctions.
There. Jeez.
There's a Windows 95 video guide with Matthew Perry and Jennifer Aniston that is 30 minutes long. And I guess they go over all the shiny new features of Windows 95. That is amazing.
Huh.
Given that I know nothing about computers, I need to watch this video at some point.
But if you know nothing about computers, how will you watch it? You're
Oh,
gonna have to
shoot.
order it on VHS. Oh, no, you missed the chest again in the chalk room.
Call in now.
Wait, is there one more?
Yeah, you can push the blocks in the chomp room.
Oh.
That's why those like push blocks are there. I think. Or the red and blue, whatever. I don't know, turtle blocks.
Oh. Worthless!
I'm glad I can help.
This is your fault.
You might be able to push the other one, but I don't know. Maybe not.
I doubt it. There's never two chests, and that one's too centered to be. Yeah. I think I want this one, but I don't know.
I like how the bottle is labeled with a B, as if it's not enough to see that there's a blue thing inside of it.
Okay, maybe I... No? Wait.
I know the path south goes outside.
I did want to go this way. Oh, yes.
I wonder if it's the golden soul. Oh, indeed.
Worth it. Ow. I still need a hook shot, though.
God, this stupid puzzle broke my brain for a sec, but then I figured it out. It's fine. It's not actually complicated, I'm just an idiot. I had to use paint to freaking sort out this stupid lump of information I was given by that riddle. It's not actually difficult. It's just words. You gotta think about a lot of words all at once.
Yep.
So I use paint to get around thinking.
Why does it say no one on the internet can figure out this?
That was the post on Facebook.
Of course, it's Facebook.
No one on the internet can figure this out. Like,
We've sent it to the top scientists in our Facebook chat.
83% of people on the internet get this wrong.
It's really funny to watch you walk around in that room. You can die. Oh, I think you died.
Nope.
It's like you need a lot more rupees or something.
I just like fucking waiting.
Fair enough.
God dang it. Okay, I'm still getting those new message pop-ups, so that's getting irritating. No, god damn it.
careful, Mog. Rinkas want your soul.
I'm fine.
I don't remember these like boingy tower enemies that look like they're from a rare game.
I think they're only in this dungeon.
Yeah. I believe so.
They look like they have those rare googly eyes on their head.
A bunch of them drop keys too. They're called like Poku Goku or something really stupid.
It's so rude putting that enemy under the pot like that.
Yeah, so I think you can break like pots and skulls. Might be worth a try.
Nope.
Really?
You need the hammer for that.
That's unfortunate.
Well, you know, swords
some
can
reason
break
I-
things.
For some reason, I really thought you could. Also, in the Link to the Past manga, instead of becoming a bunny, when Link goes to the Dark World, he becomes a wolf.
Oval?
A wolf.
Oh,
And he kind of looks like the Twilight Princess wolf, which is interesting.
it's like he becomes oval. That's kind of interesting though, he becomes a wolf. I guess it's a bit more dramatic than a pink bunny rabbit.
Yeah, especially since it's supposed to reflect, like, your inner essence or whatever. So,
Oh.
insinuating that Link is, like, weak and pathetic like a rabbit.
Oh boy.
Right, well I thought the whole point was that
No, no,
it
no.
turns you into something that is utterly worthless, that way you can't fight back.
No, well, I guess that's the point in terms of gameplay, but it's supposed to turn you into whatever reflects your spirit, which is why Ganondorf becomes like a monster.
I wonder if maybe that idea was kind of something they wanted to do at some point, but they never got around to it. Like, they couldn't do it with Ocarina of Time because there was too much on their plate already. And then they went a vastly different direction for Wind Waker, but then they finally got around to that idea.
Makes sense. I'm pretty sure in the concept stage, Twilight Princess was supposed to be more like this, where it was like an alternate world overlaid on the normal one. I seem to remember interviews early on, a couple years before it came out, where they were saying that it would kind of look like that.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of missed potential with the whole Twilightification of the world, because for one thing, it looked really ugly.
It did.
But also the interactions just weren't satisfying, I don't think. A lot of people didn't like the wolf, and I think a lot of that is that you just can't interact with anything.
Yeah, I didn't like it much either. Still don't.
Like, it just sucks to be the wolf. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing interesting you can do. You can surely jump at a flying enemy and fall off the castle wall. That's fun, isn't it? That's probably the best thing you can do with the wolf.
Other than a couple glitches, I mean, no,
Yeah.
it's just not fun.
You needed to have that crutch move with Midna, with the circle orb thingy, the
Yeah.
sphere of influence. I don't know what you call it.
I'm pretty sure that's the reason I didn't bother with the HDE, was just because I just didn't want to go through all that again.
Yeah, I don't think that game aged very well. I like the dungeon design. Like, I like the way they look and everything. They're really nice.
Yeah.
And for the most part, they felt pretty solid.
I really like the Arbiter's Ground.
Yeah.
It just feels super.
I love the freaking mansion. That was such a creative idea.
That's a good one.
I like when they take like an interesting locale and turn that into a dungeon, like the sand ship in Skyward Sword. It's probably one of my favorite location dungeons.
I might have to play that game.
How to get there without dying. Damn it.
Like, people have a lot of issues with that game, and I don't really fault them. It has a lot of issues. And it also looks like smeared garbage most of the time, because it's on the Wii and they had to smear everything so that it would look even remotely presentable. Mario Kart Wii also looks awful. I don't know if you've seen it anytime recently.
No, I never played it a whole lot when it came out. And
Yeah, that thing is hideous. You look at it and you look at like the background assets, it just looks like they put a blur filter on everything. Are you stuck in the pain maze?
Yep.
another thing they added in the Game Boy Advance version of this was an extra warp spot for the flute, which would take you to the 3-peg rock,
Oh wow.
but only after you have been there once, and it was very useful.
Yes. I would actually like that right now.
I read today that Kazuhiro Miller from Metal Gear Solid, he wears sunglasses because of a photosensitive condition.
That sounds so MGS.
Which is his excuse for wearing them at night, indoors, in the shower, anywhere. And there's also at the beginning of 5, when you rescue him, the first thing Boss does is put the sunglasses on his face. And I always thought that was kind of weird, but I guess that's the reason why.
I remember that from the trailer. I don't play those games much, but I remember that moment, and it was pretty neat looking. That like at that part, I think he's got like half of an arm cut off or something.
Oh yeah, he's not a functioning human being in that game.
And then like Boss gives him his shades, and he puts them on, and is like, oh, he becomes himself again.
Yeah. Although Miller he takes a dark turn in that game.
I have no idea if that jives with how he's supposed to be later on. Well, I'll be generous and follow the timeline.
It's kind of weird because there's no official explanation as to why he changes his name. He has a different name in the first Metal Gear Solid. His name is McDonald Miller, which sounds like what? How's your name McDonald? What kind of first name?
Does Liquid actually like kill him? I guess like it was always shown to be in the I don't know.
Yeah, he's destined to die off screen, killed by Liquid.
We should start watching those games again.
Quite an underwhelming death for such an important character in the series, but it's kind of their fault for making him more important as the games went on.
Yeah.
He clearly had importance, but it was all for that plot twist of he's been dead all along.
Yeah.
But then you need to write him to have his importance. It's kind of self-defeating.
They're pretty good in those games at taking minor characters and making them huge.
I actually had a thought about Breath of the Wild in regards to this. So you meet Impa and also what's her name, Pyrrha, right? And it only occurred to me the other day that you never see them in the flashbacks.
I believe you do not.
Which is just weird. Like, those characters have so much personality, it's really weird that you don't see them as their younger selves. Because they act as if Link's supposed to know them, but then none of the memories show them. And it's like...
Although you do get Pyrrha's voice in a memory in the DLC, but that's about as far as it goes.
Just feels like a weird, like, I wouldn't call it a plot hole, but it's like a missed opportunity, I suppose.
I clearly have no idea where I'm going.
I got lost in this dungeon when I played it too.
Well, you do have a map, right?
Maps are for wusses.
Maps are for nerds.
It's
Wait
true.
a minute.
Get out your graph paper.
Wow.
A true hero gets lost for 5 hours in a place that would take someone 20 minutes. Oh, it's so infuriating when you enter a room and the doors are open, but then they auto shut. It's like, come on. You're taunting me.
Alright, I made it. Oh,
That's
God,
good.
I'm not chancing it.
Pull the tongue. Why did you run away? Oh, excuse me. Why'd you run away from the spike log?
Hate this room.
Ooh, red mail. This is a hype room. Good tip is to use a charged up spin attack and hold it, because it puts your shield to the side.
Why doesn't pushing the block off the ledge work? He got so robbed by that.
Ooh, you're way behind me.
Am I? Oh no. Yeah, I
By
gotta
like 30 seconds.
I gotta click the live button again. It keeps getting stuck. I think I actually I got a huge delay when I plugged my Ethernet cable in.
Yeah, I got delayed for some reason.
Wait,
Move it back.
does this lead to anywhere in the light world?
Oh, you might. Isn't this? Oh no, I'm thinking of A Link Between Worlds. I think there's something here in A Link Between Worlds. It's like a message in a bottle, and then you have to like do something with it. That's about all I remember.
Or maybe this was a checkpoint that was...
Oh yeah, it's Miyamoto's checkpoint. We were joking about this. Yeah, I don't think it was this exact window, but this does actually serve as a checkpoint.
Yeah, I think that's just what it is, like a makeshift...
Oh no, that's exactly the room it was, yeah. The end of that little gauntlet of lasers. Some dude got fired over that checkpoint.
Yeah, I remember that from last time I streamed this game.
Those switch things always reminded me of Tentacle.
See what you mean.
I can't see them as anything other than Tentacle. I don't know what they're supposed to be. It's just weird. Big old squid thing sitting on the ground. You hit it. Oh yeah, look how dramatic this room is. Beautiful.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Isn't
Only
the
you
hammer
get
good against
quick
this boss? Or am I thinking of a different boss?
So you're probably thinking of the light world boss.
Yeah, the one with the helmet. Helmasar or whatever it was called.
Jeez, even with
Boom,
the
boom, boom, boom,
guy,
boom.
it's hard.
Yeah, wow, 3 hearts damage with max armor. You normally wouldn't even have the red mail because it's in Ganon's power.
Oh, my second head is exploding. Ah, I'm exploding.
I really like how this guy moves when the shell is gone.
Wow, 3 hits from the gold sword.
Oh, damn.
What's your prize? Frickin' got this. God damn it.
Yeah.
Well, I got the second pendant.
Wait. Where's the other red crystal?
That's a swamp place.
Now you must wear this pendant. Along with all the others.
I can't do Misery Mire because I don't have the quick shots.
Do you... Oh.
Did you even get an item in that dungeon?
I got a few.
Golden sword.
Gold
Yeah, that
sword,
doesn't really
red
help
mail,
you.
Ice
Doesn't
rod.
really. Well, maybe the ice rod has practical purpose? I don't know if it does. I feel like it doesn't.
No, it's good for beating that boss that was just there.
I was trying to think of like what new things can you do? What new verbs do you have?
Oh,
But
no,
don't really
that's-
have any.
I guess I'll have to go to Ice Palace.
Yeah.
How'd that fireball not hit you?
Shield.
But it
No.
went through.
Hitbox.
Flashing tower.
Yes.
Wow, 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 wow.
Fun fact, in this game, the Pendant of Power is blue, and the Pendant of Wisdom is red.
Whoops.
Oh, god damn
Is that a translation error or just in general error?
I don't know if it was an error at the time, because I think this was before they established the color code for that kind of thing.
It just makes sense the other way around, you know?
It does.
it.
I guess they decided to switch it.
to the Ice Palace, I guess.
Blue, a calm power.
But then there was the, before this, the cartoon had come out and showed the Triforce of Wisdom is blue and the Triforce of Power is red.
That's the most canon source we could think of.
Yeah, exactly.
Excuse. I remember this area so much more from like Between Worlds because of that cave, the giant octopus.
Oh yeah, that sings the hype song.
Yeah, you're constantly going in there. You keep finding them. They're called like Maya-Mayas or something.
Yeah. The speedrunners really like that cave because when you go in, there's like a choir in the background that just sings hype over and over. Or so it sounds.
Man, they love that word, don't they? Hype.
They sure do.
I would have thought by now it would have, like, you know, kind of become one of those cringe things. It's so mid-2000s.
I mean, I cringe at it.
You know, when they go, like, hoip, where they, like, add an O in there, they call it hoip.
Get screwed, penguin things.
It doesn't actually bother me at all. It just feels like it's the kind of thing the internet would have moved on from by now.
Yeah, never.
The internet never moves on.
Except for what it does.
Does it?
I think it does. Every now and then you'll see like a meme and people will be like, oh, like, you know, rustic meme from 2005. What are you doing here?
Well, people, I don't know, I think people secretly love the vintage memes. Some just get better with age.
I remember seeing some of those old Rage Face things in a restaurant menu, and I was very appalled. I was like, what are you doing in this restaurant menu? Get out of here. It was that one where, like, that crudely drawn person is, like, throwing their fist in the air.
Oh.
Going like, yeah! You know, that...
All the things. One.
Yeah. Yeah, that was in the menu, and I was like, "Don't be in the menu, please." Can I get a new menu?
Sir, there's a meme in my menu. Please bring me none.
I think there's a saying that's like good memes are created, not repeated. I don't know what the exact wording is, but
it's a little funny when you go back and play Metal Gear Solid 2 and you just say meme all the time.
yeah, an old meaning, but kind of related.
It's just like the word is taken on a new level. It just makes that game weird.
Yeah.
And then at the end, like the final cutscene of Metal Gear Solid 4.
Yeah, they go on about
dramatic.
memes a little bit.
Yeah.
With I think with Eva.
Yeah, and then at the very final cutscene, when the boss is there and he's like, I can't remember. He says something about Liquid fought to free us from the memes or something like really dumb. Or Solidus fought to free us from the memes maybe or something.
It's that time of the year where I wish I had a nose tip warmer. Just for the tip of my nose, nothing else.
Wait. That's weird that it didn't open.
Yeah, I guess it's one of those fake cracks.
That's so dumb.
I hate fake cracks so much.
It's relatable, honestly. Nobody ever wants a fake crack. But really, it's so counterintuitive. You set up a rule here, you've gained the player's trust, and now you're just gonna break it for no reason, really. There's not even like a haha, you fell for it.
I guess it's better than NES Zelda where there are just no cracks.
That's true.
But it is annoying.
Just feels like they would have learnt a bit more at this point.
Nah.
Don't just randomly screw with the player for no reason. There's not even a payoff. It's just, oh, I wasted a bomb. Okay.
Heck, at this time, this is like where you could screw with players.
It's like if Mario 64 had a star that just randomly kicked you out of the painting and didn't give you anything. Like, what? Why? Oh, my stupid nose, man.
God damn it.
How are you in this room again?
Yes.
It sucks, because there's like 3 or 4 things that would really help in here, and you don't have either, or any of them.
Who needs
Which just
help?
reminds me, have
You
you
need to
gone?
you need to go get Rock's cape.
Have you gone to the grave in the graveyard where the cape usually is?
Yeah, I don't think I got anything useful there.
Sad. Oh, what about the big spike room where you're supposed to use the cape?
I haven't checked.
Death Mountain.
I'm not sure if I can tank that just yet.
Oh, right, because you don't have the cape for some reason. I
Just
forgot.
get a potion. Spend the coinage. I wonder if you end up more rich on average from a randomizer, or if it's just the game has always been this.
No, you
generous.
capped at 3 digits. For
Oh, you did? Huh. Yeah, that makes sense. I remember having to bankrupt myself to buy some potions for the final fight because I just didn't have enough rupees to buy enough potions.
Oh no, you didn't bomb before. I think
Oh,
you
that
just dropped.
sucks.
I think
Oh,
you
that
just dropped it
sucks.
on the wrong spot.
Oh, you gotta go. Damn dungeon, man.
Yeah, but it's alright, I'm gonna explore some more.
If only you could fall up. Control Z.
There's fairies in those big jars if you need it. I still don't know what to call them. I just call them jars.
Almighty power, pressing a switch with a block.
Oh, you're right at the boss, basically.
Yeah, once you figured out that one stupid puzzle where you gotta blow up the right spot and fall to the right area, then the dungeon is basically done at that point, I think.
Yeah.
You just spend so much time faffing about, not actually making any progress.
That's my favorite way to play.
No, I don't mean you specifically. I mean
know.
the player.
Oh no. Tonight eyeball in a cave. Block of ice.
Do it. Help, I'm stuck in this ice. Help. Just trying to help him, and he's like trying to destroy you already. It's a good thing the crystal teleports you out, because this is a point of no return.
This place is pretty cool in manga. Basically just a cave full of ice, but it's where the map of all of Hyrule is, and it's like inscribed on the floor in the ice.
Are you screwed here?
Yeah, I'm out of magic and I can't do anything.
Try the lamp.
I'm out of magic.
The lamp takes magic?
Yes.
Fuck this
Very
game.
tiny, very tiny. Yeah, I think it was supposed to be like it's your lamp oil, but you know it's also your magic. So no, it's not your lamp oil.
This seems like a great oversight. I feel like...
This is weird. I mean, at least well, actually, I don't really have a good answer for that. I guess at least it'll be easy to come back, sort of. Oh, just use the mirror. Get out of here.
Yeah, I did.
Oh. Well, your past self should listen to my advice.
Man, I'm so angry that the lamp takes magic.
There you go. You listened to me, past you. That's good. Did you know that the thumbs up and thumbs down on live streams work in real time? Look at this.
Gonna go grab some.
Oh, I wasn't looking.
Oh, well, you missed it. Real time thumbs ups.
Wait, now there's 3.
What? I only see 1.
I see 3.
Maybe it's not real time after all.
Some real time that is.
But I have seen it actually go up during live streams before.
Huh.
You don't even have to refresh, it just like rolls up. Soar away with my little duck. Potion seller. Your finest potions. I'm going into battle.
I need more bottles.
I'll be right back. I want to watch the spaghetti again.
My spaghetti!
Oh boy.
I cannot sell you my potions, traveler.
I just can't stop laughing at this video.
Yeah, the first like 5 seconds are golden.
I also love at the very end when he's just ranting all the way down the hallway.
He's so mad. He's so mad.
Alright.
He slaps his forehead twice in this video.
So mad.
What do you think will be in the big chest?
Big old plate of spaghetti.
I mean, besides that.
I don't even know what you have left to get. Hookshot. How about that?
That would be helpful. Because I need that to clear the other dungeon. That has the other crystal I need to get the big bomb so I can get the pyramid item. That was a sentence.
Giant conveyor belt room. That must have been expensive to put together.
50 rupees.
Yeah.
Feels so good to one-shot those penguins.
One shot, one kill. Boom! Yeah, especially with the ice sliding you into them. Didn't think of that one.
Get down there, Mog. God damn it. No. No.
And they put the fire bar there so it overlaps the stairs because they know it'll take you a long time to go down the stairs.
It's so amazing how non-responsive it is. The stairs are like, I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah, you have to be like perfectly centered.
You haven't stopped sliding. You're not coming down. Okay.
And my item is a piece of heart. God damn it.
Nice. That'll get you a whole lot of nothing.
Well, give me an extra heart.
Does that heal you?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's better than spaghetti.
That guy should be a boss in Cuphead.
He'd be right at home, yeah. I gotta get that game someday.
What game?
Cuphead.
Oh. It's good.
I feel like I have to. It's little gems like that that prove that, you know, focus testing is not the solution.
Yep.
You gotta have an idea in your brain. You gotta have a passion. And surely there will be other people in the world that share it. Or if they don't share it, maybe they will see through your passion and also become passionate.
Yes.
That sounds like something I would get from typing random encouragement.
It is random encouragement. From me to you. Those giant blocks you toss around, they look like they're just made out of wafer or something. Like, you just toss it and it just shatters immediately. Did you wait to get hit by an icicle before you use that potion?
Yes.
Just to get some use out of the healing? Anything to make it worth it. Oh no, it's the cotton balls. The cotton swabs.
I got a key from that? What?
Oh, nice. This boss is such a pushover once you break the ice. What the hell?
It shouldn't even be possible, but that's kind of fun.
I gotta go back in now, because I'm obviously not done with this dungeon.
Exploding key.
Damn it.
That's really good. It's like, thanks for nothing. See ya.
What the fuck?
It's a participation award. At least the boss is a pushover. I mean, once you have the magic to bypass the first phase.
Well, I also have the gold sword to him.
That's true. I keep forgetting that your sword is like stupid, but I don't think that boss would be all that difficult even without that sword.
Yeah, probably.
Just a bunch of cotton balls. Who cares?
I still gotta fight the other eye boss too.
Right.
That ain't hookshot for.
Yep. Penguin room? No thanks. Leave. Penguin room? No, I can't leave. No.
What's in here again? Oh, I already put it in there. Seriously, why put the conveyor belt that changes directions? That makes... Yeah.
To make you. I think I see what door your key is for, but I don't think it's worth anything.
You never know.
That seems like it's out of context for the purpose of outraging people. A quote from Oprah Winfrey that is, "Old white people need to just die." But then I wonder what possible context could that be.
Oh, gee.
Did you find it?
Yeah, but I need a hook shot.
Oh, cool. Bye.
Unless I can figure out how to hover. I don't know if that's allowed in this, though.
There's no way you're hovering over that. At least I don't think so. There's no method I would know of that would help you.
The thing is, I think I have no glitches enabled, so,
If you got over there, like, the door is closed.
oh yeah, that's also
I'll just run across you.
I mean, you have a map? Can you see like on the other side of that room if it's?
I don't think I have the map.
Oh, I thought you did.
Nope.
I thought I saw you use it. Weird. Okay, well...
Wait, so there's gonna be 2 chests in there then? One with the map and one with an item?
Well, if there's an item... The map might be the only thing.
You've fallen for the trap.
I go down. Oh my god. That.
So are you just leaving this dungeon now then?
I'm not sure what else I can really do.
It looks like you've been in every room.
Just mirror out.
But I have an unused key.
Yeah, it's probably beyond that door though.
I mean, I think that door actually goes to the room that you... I know because I'm cheating and looking at a map online.
Oh, nice.
You may not have the map, but you can see which rooms you've not been.
Alright, so what options do I have?
Oh man, I'm kind of hungry. I hate when that happens. You know, midnight rolls around and you're like, I'm actually hungry. No.
Did you toss a rock into the fish?
Oh, shit, no I didn't.
It's gonna be really funny if it's half magic.
I just want it to be a verb. Please be a verb. You may now eat. Shit. My sister's thinking of getting a Switch, which is kind of interesting. She's never gone out of her way to get a system since, like, the DS or DSi.
Wow, that's quite a while.
Yeah. Usually she would just play whatever I end up getting, or Like, I gave her my 3DS and my old computer, and she'll play games on those, right?
God damn
That sucks so bad.
Alright,
Did you buy the Zora flippers or whatever?
I think so.
I can't remember, but did you go in the fairy fountain where you would behind the waterfall?
Yeah.
Shucks.
Are you sure you paid the money? Are you sure?
Well, I have an idea.
You already got the other chests in the Misery Mire area, right?
I think so.
Why would a sentient bag have 10 arrows on it?
Yes.
Whoa, take a look at my wares. Nah, just kill it. Is it time to tank the spike hull?
Yep.
Aw, yeah.
That's... Oh man, that sucks if they would expect that. Okay.
By the way, you stupid ghost. Ooh, there's that room up there, too. Wait a minute. I already checked this one. I think the spike room was up there.
Why does the red potion have an R next to it? Like, is it not
red.
obvious? Is it not obvious what it is?
Nope.
Was that like that in the base game, or did they add that or something?
That's a good question, actually.
I can't remember. I saw a V on
Because it's
Blue
possible.
Potion,
Like,
too.
I was gonna say there's no way that they did that to account for color blindness, but if that was something added, it's possible that it's a color blindness thing.
Yeah.
I just can't see, like, you know, early 90s Nintendo thinking about colorblind people.
Yeah, I mean, they made an entire Zelda dungeon called the Color Dungeon.
Did they?
Yeah, and Link's Awakening Deluxe.
Oh, yeah.
And it's all
the
based
Game Boy
on...
Color.
Yeah, exactly. It was all based on color.
That's
You
probably
get-
a nightmare if you don't
get a color-based
get any-
reward.
Oh no. I would hate being colorblind. I feel like you'd miss out on a lot in media.
Yeah, I would hate being
Just-
blind.
Just get continually screwed over by video games. Oh, you didn't know that was an enemy? Well, he's clearly got a red health bar. Thanks.
They've been pretty good about it lately. Well, some
Yeah, a lot of indie games have been accommodating, but
some games now even have like multiple colorblind modes.
yeah.
Wait a minute. Aha! Oh, never mind. It's worthless. Damn it! Same thing. Oh my god. Game, you annoy me sometimes.
She tried out Super Meat Boy today, and man, that game's default keyboard controls are disgusting.
That was the reason I use a controller.
Yeah. Oh, it's so bad. like I played one level and I was like, no, this sucks. I guess that's the shame with being built in Flash. I think that game was built in Flash.
Or what if you use the mirror down where, like below the tree grove area? Like in the place where you were below the forest. There's an area where you use the mirror and it puts you on top of the ledge.
Oh, when you use the book.
Oh, is that where that goes?
I think so. Or maybe I'm misremembering.
You might be right. I think maybe. No, this is something else.
Anyways, I'm gonna head to the spiked cave of Doom.
So, as a kid, did you call this place Kakariko or Kakariko?
I don't even remember.
I always pronounced it Kakariko because it reminded me of a rooster's cry in French is Cocorico. So it just seemed natural to me because this place has chickens in it. I would just call it Kakariko.
Kakariko sounds more logical to me.
Considering it's a Japanese game too, it makes sense that it would be called Kakariko rather than Kakariko.
Oh my god, the sprite in that room, did you realize what it was?
Yeah, it's in that bow and arrow minigame in Dark World too.
Oh, that's so funny.
What is it, the My thing? I only barely noticed it.
Yeah, it was like the mother one.
Wait, no, this isn't. Where the hell is that cave
I'm
again?
pretty sure it's like on Death Map.
Oh, right. What the hell am I doing then?
Yeah, it's somewhere.
I have no idea where on the mountain. Just like a million caves up there.
Somewhere in the distant reaches. You see that mountain? You can climb it. Wow.
How much you want to bet I can throw a pigskin over them mountains?
I don't know why I went in here.
Amazing. Anywhere you can see, you can go. It's like the real world.
I remember before the DLC came out for Breath of the Wild, when I still read things on that subreddit, there were a lot of people that were like really hoping that they would like add new map areas in like beyond the boundaries. Like,
there's that one named area you can't go to, yeah.
I mean, there's like one I know there's like a big snowy mountain where there's nothing, and there's like a barrier where you can only go so far.
Yeah,
like
that weirded me out. I was like, why is this place named? Why can you even, like, why didn't they cut this off?
It's pretty funny.
There it is.
But there are some people that were just thinking that there were just potential for so many cool, interesting lands on the other side of those impassable canyons, like, that they would get for basically $7 of DLC.
Yeah. There were a lot of unreasonable expectations of the DLC, especially when they teased that it would be a story thing, you know?
Yeah.
Wow.
It really was not.
At the end of this cave.
5 rupee.
No.
Wow. Incredible.
I'm furthest behind, but apparently I'm live. I'm gonna try refreshing. Oh, that's funny. You go all this way and you get the way out. That's nice. I'm gonna try refreshing.
It doesn't even last. Oh my god.
Yeah, without half magic, it sucks, kind of. So, it'd be really nice if you got the magic
top
powder.
related video for me on this stream is that song Stacy's Mom
Oh my god.
by Fountains of Wayne Vivo. It's got 81 million views. The top recommended.
See, there's something I could probably get over there, but... I need a
Oh
hook.
yeah! I guess you haven't been on that side of the...
Unless there's a way to get over there from the Dark World.
I think there is another way, but it's from up on top of the mountain. I think you can go down.
Do fall canceling.
Although chances are I've probably been over there too.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think over there is like its own contained Dark World area that can't really cross over to anywhere else.
I don't know if I've been there in the Dark World, that's the thing.
I don't think you have.
I'm only missing 5 hearts.
I think if you... Yeah, I think if you use the portal on the Peg Hill. But then, I think you just went into Turtle Rock, but I think if you go left... to where the Lionels are, I think if you go in the cave, I think it goes down through the mountain. But I could be totally wrong, because I might be thinking of Link Between Worlds.
Well, I'm gonna check. Okay, this is going somewhere. I know I haven't been in here. Hello. Okay. Not exactly useful, but this gives you a new area to explore at least.
A new place to find 5 rupee, 20 rupee, 1 rupee, and more. I don't know how people could continually do runs of this game. It would be so infuriating. Just constantly not finding what you need.
It's a weird place for a store.
Not as weird as the one you find in Kakariko. Wait, do you blow up a wall in there? No, I'm thinking of something else. Never mind.
I think you might be right.
Do I really need 50 arrows?
Oh, you can... No.
Wrong way.
You know, just thinking about it, how would you know, just from looking at it, that somebody has touched your spaghetti?
It's out of place, obviously.
I
I don't think
guess.
there's anything left in here for me.
It's not the Tangle you remember. I've seen a lot of Tangles in my time, and that's not a Tangle I would do.
Pretty sure
Also-
I can check this, but I'm gonna do it anyways.
Must have been a pretty flimsy ass chair that somebody as small and light as Goldilocks could sit in it and break it.
Yeah, she seemed like a really irritating character in that rendition. My god.
Shay, she just dropped in. Chilled the fuck out.
Yo, chill. That freaking kid telling his mom to chill as he tries to unwrap his bong, which is definitely not what he ordered. I don't think I'd be cool with my child telling me to chill.
Oh,
Not-
I mean, I'm
not
sure
something
they'll
to
have
tell
a
your
new
mom.
word.
Oh yeah, be like lax.
Or just don't be a parent at all.
That's more like it.
Or do. Or don't.
I'm not really interested in that.
Either way, you'll be able to hear whatever kind of slang the kids are saying. In the coming
I mean,
years.
I'm pretty sure I will be an uncle at the very least, but
I have a shirt that says "World's Okayest Uncle."
that's good. I mean, if you don't really make any effort into being an uncle, it's easy to be pretty okay as an uncle, I think.
I mean, I didn't get it for myself, so I don't know what
It's
that
not
says about
like, I mean, you know, I had a cousin when I was growing up who acted very much like an uncle, but
Right.
like, kind of in the sense that like maybe he overstepped his bounds a little bit.
Alright, yeah, I've definitely already been in here. Well, I'm out of options for now.
Well, I still have an idea that might work.
Shoot.
Well, it's the place like right outside where the tree boy forest area is.
Oh, that cave. I think I already checked that one too.
Like where after you use the mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless there's some chest I missed in some dungeon somewhere.
There must be one somewhere. 'Cause I think this game isn't supposed to block you. Although I guess it may be possible.
Might be.
it's depressing, but you might have to resort to checking dungeon maps to see if there's anywhere you haven't been.
I might have to check some minigames too.
And then we did the shovel one. I think.
Yeah, but there's one in Thieves Town, and I don't think I've gotten anything from.
Oh, that sucks. I forgot about that. How do you know when you actually get an item?
That's
Or...
yeah, that's the question, isn't it?
Yeah, that sounds like it sucks. There's an empty house in this one?
I think it's supposed to be one of the village ladies, but they stopped showing up after a while.
Suspicious.
Probably because there's already guards patrolling the...
Top 10 cut content from Link to the Past. Number 1.
You've gone in the lumberjack's tree.
I don't think there's anything worthwhile there.
Apparently there's an item.
Yeah, but I don't think the item that spawned there was worthwhile.
Oh, right, because you can see it from the cave. Okay.
This could take a while.
Apparently there is an item for the game, but it's hard to tell when you get it.
The most exciting...
Apparently it will guaranteed give you its item on the second chest, so you may already have it.
Huh.
According to the patch notes from where this comes from.
hello. Half magic, okay.
Ooh.
Buy one, get one.
That doesn't really help me, but
It's gonna be great. Ganon's tower.
I don't think I probably do actually.
Magic powders out there, as well as Quick Shot, the Blue Cane.
I don't really need the blue cane.
Yeah, it's kind of weird why they put it in the game. Because the cape just makes it useless.
Well, you can still attack while you're using the blue cane, but you can't attack while using the cane.
I guess, but
Other
I'd rather
than that,
just
they
walk
have the
through the
same
enemies.
basic function, so
Maybe the cape drains magic faster? I don't know. Did you bonk into a pile of rocks near the sanctuary?
I think so. No way. Thief. Well, I'm gonna try this. Well, that was worthless. I might as well check here because I don't remember exactly what was in here. 10 arrows.
Yeah.
Nice.
And maybe that's why not many big games have added a randomizer to their game, because it's something that requires a lot of patience and
And it'll only be fun if you really, really like the base game.
yeah, you need to have a lot of base knowledge.
Yeah. I don't remember what the pedestal has. I don't think it was anything good, but... I'll probably check the Zora River here in a minute. Oh, right.
You don't even have the other pendant. So. Oh well.
Yep, I already got it.
And you get the other item in the river.
Yep.
Here. Oh. I'm pretty sure you got the purple chest, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I wonder what would happen if you called the bird, but then you died.
Well,
It would eat you.
It would just come and eat you? That makes sense. That'd be a really good alternate cutscene. He just lands next to you and little like pixel beak open and closing.
It'd be nice if the fortune tellers helped you out with this randomizer.
would, but they're jerks.
That sounds like it would be hell to program. Excuse me. Why does Mario have bombs in his face?
Yes.
What are they trying to say with that? What kind of message are they trying to give?
It reminds me of in Ocarina when you could shoot the Mario painting in the castle,
Yes.
and in one of the windows, the guard throws a bomb at you.
Yep, that dude's doing his job. Oh, there's an intruder, I'll just throw a bomb at him. I'll throw a bomb into our own courtyard. It's fine.
Great guard.
That whole courtyard, they took so many little, like, shortcuts. They're just like, you know what? We don't feel like putting, like, hallways and stuff. That means effort.
Doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. Doo-doo, doo-doo.
I always found like the angle that they give you for that whole sneaking section is just weird. Like that garden, like where is it in the position of the castle? What is like? Is it just a garden surrounded by walls?
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Like,
It's-
the way you
yeah,
crawl in
it's-
to get there.
It's a really weird location. It doesn't help that they don't give you any camera control, so you can't really see. I mean, even if you could control the camera, it's not like they put anything there, so it wouldn't matter.
I like how there's like some statues in there that are so vague and blurry you can barely make out what they're supposed to be.
I think if you considered like where that garden is in position with the castle, that's where the drawbridge would lead to. So you'd like go right into the castle from there, or right
Yeah.
into the garden from the drawbridge. But
It's
that
like-
seems weird.
You either have to assume that when Link's crawling in there, he's going in like turning or different directions or something, or I don't know.
Yeah,
There's that metal door you can't actually go in.
yeah, that's a weird door.
So if it corresponds to the one that's inside the garden, matching the one outside, maybe that's what it's supposed to be.
You should never put doors or chests that just have no interaction. If there's at least like a locked prompt or something, you know. But if there's nothing, people are like, well, what's the point? I think it's not a big deal now because video games are so big. But back then, every little detail was important, right?
Well, yeah, I always wondered as a kid what was behind there.
But like, if you consider like GTA 5, you go up to a door, why isn't it open? Well, that's a stupid question. It's a freaking massive city.
Yeah.
You're not gonna have every door.
Well,
But for like one random door to be non-interactive.
Yeah, it must be a dungeon chest.
Well, I'm gonna stop it here. Then.